Alright, so welcome to another episode of Story Time with Mike. Ever since I started to follow Jesus Christ properly, no days off. Well, to be fair, if I'm really honest, I have taken some days off, but the grace of God has kept me. But here's a story that really exemplifies why some people say, oh, you're intense. Some people mock me, oh, you're too serious. You take things too seriously. You're too intense, or this or that, or that. I don't really got time for people like that because you don't know my story, all my stories. And there's a reason why I go hard. And there is a reason why I don't ramp on certain things. There's a reason why I'm very serious. It's because I shouldn't really be here right now. And my destiny and my purpose has been literally moments away from being taken away from me many times. And it's only the grace of God why I'm here now. So circle back now, I'm in uni and go out one night to a pub. Never really went to the pub, but this night we just went to the pub because back in those days I'm living my best life. Girls, drinking, whatever. Like I'm just enjoying I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm in a secluded place like Canterbury and there's just targets everywhere, females, and I can just do what I want to do, yeah, and enjoy myself. So there was no particular reason for me to be out this night, but I'm out because it's what I do. So I'm out, we go to this pub, we drink, it's dead. Now we're coming back through town and one of my boys goes into the kebab shop, so I follow him. And he reaches over the counter, picks up some lettuce and dashes it in boss man's face. So at that point, I'm like, I gotta dip, because he's dipped. So we just running through town, killing it through town, because the man comes out to chase us. But yeah. So anyway, when we're going through town now, I see this girl who I saw in the club a couple nights before. Like, never had no bad words with her. It was all good, but you know, nothing came of it. So I see her with these two, what I will call rugby guys, and I say to her, "Yeah, go away with your man and his very obscene." Yeah, and this guy comes over and his friend comes over, and they come to right in my face. So I'm like, "What are you going to do? What are you really gonna do?" Well, what they did was bang, bang, bang. Punches were raining in from angles I didn't even know existed. These two men are both laying into my face. And so as soon as I'm getting hit now, I'm having to fight back. So I'm just like bam, 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 trying to fight back. But a couple times I get rocked on my jaw. I go down to one knee, get back up, bam, 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 get rocked again on my jaw. Go down to one knee, come back, bam, bam, I'm just punching. I can't even see where I'm punching. I'm just throwing punches. One of my guys comes up behind me, circles behind me, and just squares up one guy and just lays him out. Cold. Lights are on, but no one's at home. He's just there like this, eyes just like, he's just lying on the ground. And then when I see him lying on the ground now, the other guy stops punching me, and it's like everything's just paused. Like everybody's just there. My man's knocked out. He stopped punching me. The girl's just there screaming, and I'm wearing that night plimsolls, like the kind of plimsolls. Well, I don't know what plimsolls. They're not, obviously there's not much protection. It's just cloth really. And I'm telling you, I got a good right foot. Yeah, I can strike a ball. I took a few steps and I wailed on this guy's head like one good kick, proper hard as I could. I'm drunk now, so there's no inhibitions. Laid into this guy's head. All I saw was his head like this. He just shook. Eyes are just no one at home. So then after that now, I see this metal road sign, and I go to pick it up. Now, I thought it was a light road sign, so as I go to pick it up, it drops out my hand because it's quite heavy. And so this time, I brace myself, pick it up again, and I hold it over my head, and I'm about to ram this metal object right through this guy's skull. I'm not even thinking what I'm doing. I'm just gonna ram it through to it. I don't know why. I'm just gonna do it. One of my guys says, "Mike, don't kill him." And it's like immediately I just sobered up. And I just couldn't believe it. Dropped the thing and we all ran off. Now, you have to understand, like, I come from a good background in terms of morals, you know, grew up in the church. My dad's a pastor. I know what's right from wrong. At this time, I'm probably living the antithesis of what my parents taught me to be true, and I'm enjoying every minute of it, but I don't necessarily think I'm living a good life. Although I'm having a good time, in the back of my mind I know that what I'm doing is wrong. However, my destiny and my purpose at this point in time hangs in the balance. And one guy who I believe allowed God to use him, or who was used of God, saved my life. Because had he not said, Mike, don't kill him, and I dropped that road sign into this boy's face, there's no way I'm in front of you right now. If he doesn't die, I'm in prison, at the very minimum, because you've got to understand I've already kicked him in his head and he wasn't responsive, and there's witnesses to that. So for me to then drive this thing in his head, that's at least attempted murder. If he dies, manslaughter, at the very worst, murder. And you've got to think, what was in me pushing me to do that? Because I'm inebriated, right? So there's not three forces in this world. There's no middle way. There's no good angel and medium angel, which is good and bad. There is darkness and light, right? Good and evil, Satan and God, right? And both of these actors are at force in this one moment, because I'm about to kill this dude, or I'm about to do some serious harm to change his life forever. Because I'm telling you, this thing was heavy. If I drive it into his skull, he's suffering brain damage, no doubt. And if he hasn't suffered brain damage already from the penalty kick I took with his head. But in that moment, it's like God uses my boy's voice to bring me back to soberness. Because just because he said don't kill him, that don't mean I ain't gonna drop it on his head. And so it's mad, because I'm not no roadman, I'm not no bad man, I'm not no killer. Yeah, I've come from a good background. I know what right and wrong is. I'm at my second uni, because my first uni I did well enough to be able to move to a better uni, so I'm doing okay. Yeah, I've progressed, and my destiny hangs in the balance because I'm just out one night on a mad one for no reason. And this is why I go hard. This is why I don't play games with certain things. This is why when it comes to this whole thing, young adult ministries, this whole life, following the Messiah, following Jesus Christ, it's not a joke to me. It's serious. And this is not just one story I have plenty of stories where my life hangs in the balance, my future hangs in the balance. Because right now I could be sitting in a cell, yeah, or right now I could be dead. Right now there's so many other things that could have happened. And when people say that, people are like, oh, you know, no, I don't think you understand. Yeah, I'm at uni. Yeah, I'm studying. I'm not a bad man. Why am I about to either murder or attempted murder or do some serious? Why am I about to ram this? This guy hasn't done, other than punch me with another guy and basically try to rush me. What has he done for me to try and kill him and put my life in jeopardy and put me in prison and disappoint my family and disappoint my parents and mess up my life? And so this is what I want you to understand. When you are out there doing madness, now that you could be a roadman, you could be someone who knows God, you could be someone who doesn't know God, but I want you to understand that there's a destiny and a purpose and a plan for your life that you don't even know about, that was written before you came here. And there's a God who's waiting for you to come into line with that. But there's also a devil who wants to destroy your destiny and your purpose because he knows what God has planned for you. But for the grace of God, I'm not making this video right now. This is what I want you to understand. Yeah, I had the thing in my hand over his head. I'm 2 seconds away from dropping it in his face. Yeah, and finishing him. His life will never be the same. In fact, I don't even know if his life was the same after that, because I was Googling whether anybody died in Canterbury Town Centre after that, because I was worried. Because that kick alone, I don't know what's happened to that boy, you know, and I might have to face the consequences of that. This video might get out, somebody might find out something happened around the time, you know. I really probably shouldn't give out as much information as I have, but you know what? You do the crime, you do the time. Yeah, but you need to consider, whoever I'm talking, you need to consider what you're doing. Yeah, because this is 11 years ago. If I could tell you how much stuff I've achieved in those 11 years, how much people God has allowed me to help, how much things I've been able to do, how much situations I've been blessed to be a part of, but it could have all been robbed because I was just living recklessly. I was living without purpose. I was living not really thinking about the future, so doing reckless things, doing madness. And my particular path of recklessness was to just drink till I don't even know what I'm doing, till I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know what your way of living reckless is, but the principle remains. You need to consider your life, and you need to understand there's a God who has a plan for you. But if you keep doing madness and putting yourself in situations that will affect your whole purpose and your whole destiny, you might not have the grace on your life that was on mine at that time. Yeah, because there's plenty of people who have gone that extra mile. They didn't have an angel to say, don't kill him. I'm telling you that voice was angelic because I sobered up immediately. Yeah, sobered up immediately. You might not have that grace upon your life, and there's many people who haven't. Yeah, and they're in prison, or they've died, or their future has been destroyed because of reckless behavior. So I say that to say, consider your ways, man. Consider your ways. There's a God out there who wants to get to know you, who wants to know you intimately, and who wants to show you the path that he has laid out for you. And I must honestly say, it's not been easy, but it's been a very interesting 7 years now since my life got turned around. I'm pursuing my purpose, living on purpose, living with my destiny and my future in sight, and not just making decisions that can affect my whole life based on emotion or based on something reckless I'm going to do. No, I haven't always made the right decision, and no, I haven't always lived perfectly in that time. But I wake up every day trying to reach a purpose and a goal. And I might not even know what all the purposes and goals are, but that's what drives me to wake up every day. That's what drives me to go through certain situations and to fight when there even seems no future or no way out. Because I have moments like these where I recognize and realize that I must be here for a purpose, because I've got too many situations like this to call on where I should not be around. So that's my story time for today. Consider your future, consider your destiny, consider your purpose, and understand that God has a purpose and a plan for you. Don't go and ruin it because you're being careless. Try find out what that is. All right, take care. Stay close to Christ.